Hmm. We're live. Hello, everyone. Thank you for everyone that is tuning in right now. My name is T, the Busy Bee.
I am your boy in this little old box, Skylyne Mark.
And we are Skylyne Foundation. We are Skylyne Foundation, but this is Skylyne Radio Show. Don't know where that even came from. Again, for those who are tuning in, who weren't tuning in last week, we are on the Zoom, and we're doing it from our home, so it's a little different. We're on here from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. No commercials, just straight talk conversation. You're able to jump in. You can text us if you want. You can comment on Facebook Live. You can comment on YouTube. We are available to answer everything that you are going to talk about and everything that we're going to talk about tonight. If you have any feedback, please just jump right on in. Let's talk tonight. Whew. So, Mark, how have you been? How's quarantine and chill?
How's quarantine? What?
How is quarantine and chill?
I don't know. I'm not quarantined. I was out and about doing a photo shoot a little while ago.
Okay. So how's your week been? Let me ask the right question.
It's been all right. I'm tired of all this BS.
Man, aren't all of us?
I'm definitely tired of all that.
Yeah.
You're going to tell people wear a mask out in public, but yet you don't wear a mask. I'm just tired of all the BS. I'm tired of the lies. I'm tired of the cover-ups. I'm tired of it all.
Yeah, it's been a headache, but one thing that I learned to do, or one thing that I've been doing, is just shutting it out. I don't have time or the energy to engage and try to explain things, and then you got to get rude with people, and then people got to get rude with you. Like, all of that is just unnecessary. So I have literally taken a conversational break from social media. No conversations.
I've been watching the hell out of Netflix. Boy, Netflix, right. My best friend right now.
Right. I understand. I have too. Dang, you just all eating on the show. That's what we doing. We're a little more formal since we're at home.
Hey, shoot, we home.
I guess.
Yeah.
So my week has been cool. I started working on a website. I started working on different things. So I'm picking up the pace on some things, trying to get some other things in order, making moves, having conversations, trying to get things better. I'm ready for this to be over. I want to go back to normal. I want to be able to do things again. However, I do like the time of being able to sit and actually get things done. Like today, I actually created a whole process from beginning to end on how to document something that was really needed for my job. So, like just having the time to actually do that is very welcoming. And I definitely appreciate it. Hey, for those of you who have tuned in, we have one of our guests on our show today. Would you like to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, what's up? I'm Hugh Jackson out here in Atlanta, Georgia right now, via DC.
Oh, really? How is it out there?
Oh, it's cool, man. We got us a little curfew at 9 o'clock, but, just trying to.
Damn, I'm jealous. Our curfew 8 o'clock.
Hey, man, we do things a little slower down here, baby.
Right. I went to school in the South, actually, so I visited Atlanta very often while I was there. It was like my second home. Well, my third home, because my second home was Birmingham, and then my third home was Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely enjoyed myself. So you're in Atlanta. How long have you been in Atlanta?
Oh man, this is I've been out here since about July. I got down here in July.
Okay, so you were here before then?
Yeah, I was bartending around DC area for about, Mark know, probably about, I don't know, 9, 10 something years around the DC area.
All right.
Yeah.
Mark, how did you two meet while we're here?
Dave and Buster's.
Well, that's your favorite spot, isn't it?
Look, no, we met through Mikey.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey had bought 2 drinks. Mikey walked off with one. I guess Mikey was waiting for someone. And Hugh had peeped out that me and Mikey had known each other. Yeah. And I was actually up there waiting on someone for a meeting. And Hugh walked over and he said, "What's up, bro? I see my boy Mikey. He paid for this drink. I guess he was waiting for someone, but he walked off and left the drink. So if you want it, it's paid for if you want it." And that's how me and Huey met.
And been friends ever since.
There you go.
Oh, it's a stink bug.
Them things are out already.
Horrible. They just popped out of nowhere. So, confession time, because y'all just saw me freak out. I don't like bugs, and I don't like flying bugs around my head. So it makes me really uncomfortable. So, if you see me just like ducking dodge, you know exactly why. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'll be back. All right. So let's get started. Huey, so right before you came in, we were actually talking about how our week has been. Our week is usually Wednesday to Wednesday instead of Monday through Friday because, our show is every Wednesday. So how has your week been since like last Wednesday?
Oh, man. It's been really blurred together, I'm not really doing a good job of keeping track of days right now. So, it's a good thing
you and me both.
Wednesday, so.
Yeah, especially you got to think like which day is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like, first of all, it's that day. Maybe yesterday was Friday. Like,
yeah,
it gets confusing. Thank God for our cell phones, I guess, so they can keep up with the calendar for us visually.
Yeah, as much as I look at my phone, I should know what day it is. My mother, she religiously hits me on Sunday morning. So I, kind of figured it was Sunday. So she got me back on track.
That's good. How long, so you've been bartending? Wait, how long have you been bartending again? I'm sorry to repeat the question if I asked the question already.
Oh man, as of now, Jesus. Going on 16 years.
Wow. What motivates you to become a bartender?
I mean, at the time, it was easy money for a second job. So I just went ahead and picked it up. And it's just something I can easily do when I move around, because at the time I was moving around a lot. So, and it gets me to meet new people, so which is something I really like doing. So
I was definitely going to ask you, how is the networking as a bartender? Like, what are some kind of events that you've gone to or made it to because of bartending and networking?
I mean, I say it's not necessarily the events. It's more so just the people. I mean, you pick and choose. You want to go to these events. I'm not really a suit and tie person, so I stay away from the formal events type of thing. So, but I mean, the connects and the people that you meet is endless. I mean, I know a lot of good people that's helping me out starting up a business next year, actually. So it's definitely worth it meeting the people.
That's good. Yeah. So I forgot to tell everyone what kind of show this is this week. So I'm going to backtrack a little bit because here we are. For those of you who are tuning in, this week is our Bartenders Edition. We will be discussing with 2 bartenders, Huey and Mo. Mo's not here yet. He'll be here soon, though. Their lives as a bartender and the pros and cons of bartending and how Corona has affected them and, more things along that measure as well. they were almost essential. They kept them open for an extra week, and then they shut them down. So, they are affected, and I believe there's a lot of people who are affected by it as well. So we're here today to actually discuss a little bit more information about it and how everyone is being affected about it individually and on a career level as well.
Yeah, it's hitting hard for a lot of people.
Yes. Whew. I don't even know where to start with the question because let's start here.
Out of all the places in the Baltimore area, out of all the places in the DC area, out of all the places, not saying you've been down there long, but if you've worked at more than one place in Atlanta, in the three cities, what's in your opinion, what was the best place to work at and why?
Oh man. Damn. My opinion. Wow. I say I had to choose between two different places, Definitely one of them was definitely,
you can do that.
Been there for some years, but there's got to meet a whole lot of different people, and then going down and opening up the Virginia Beach, Dave and Buster's, just because of the people, man, and it's like a family there, stay in touch with all those cats like
right.
periodically. So, but outside of that, man, I had to say there was a bar I worked at in Bowie, Maryland called Duclaw.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
What's up? What's going on, good people?
Hey, and then we have Mo. For those of you who have been tuning in, Mo, Mr. Mo is in the building. Finally.
How we doing?
We're good. Hi, Mo.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. I got my Rams Impaired whiskey. I'm doing just fine.
My wine, so I understand. Yes. Well, Mark, you can do the introductions this time because Mo is here. This is on you.
Well, we reintroducing each other.
Oh man!
No, you're just introducing Mo.
Oh,
that's a real easy introduction. That should be real simple,
right? We got the one, the only. We got the Mr. Mo Dirty Prohibition Mobile Bar in the house. What's up, Mo?
How we doing, good people?
Hola. We are here. Glad we have a full show now, guys. We made it. All right, I'm gonna stop. Okay, Mo, just to catch you up a little bit, we were talking about how the week has been, how Corona is affecting us and everything. With you, we're gonna, I'm just gonna ask you, well, from Wednesday to Wednesday, how has your week been?
It's been pretty good. Luckily for me, I'm fortunate, whereas bartending is kind of the side hustle for right now. My full-time gig is doing IT support. So I'm considered one of those essential employees at my job. So I got to leave the house 4 days a week. But other than that, it's been good. Just, I guess, been adapting as far as everything that's going on as far as quarantine. Not even so much being able to bartend, just being able to interact with your friends outside of Zoom and Skype and
Right.
Facebook Messenger and the occasional text message and the occasional phone call. That's the real difficult thing that's been getting used to. But other than that, my week has been pretty good. Can't complain. Blessed.
That's good. How long have you been bartending?
Say that one more time. Ain't nobody saying it enough. Everyone ain't doing nothing but complaining. At the end of the day, we are still blessed.
Listen. That first week I was definitely doing my fair share of complaining because my original job had laid me off, but I was only out of work for a week, so I got no choice but to say, wake up every morning and say I'm blessed, just from the simple fact that I woke up.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
There's a lot of people out here who've been laid off, and that's it. like,
Yeah.
not able to, try and figure out, what they're gonna do next for income. Might be waiting on unemployment. Might be waiting on that stimulus check.
Right.
Yeah, there's a few other resources out here for bartenders. But grants that you can apply for, and get a little something that's equivalent to the same stimulus package, but there's no telling when that'll pay out or if it'll pay out. So yeah, man. I mean, I got my sanity, I got my health. Everything has been good since I've been working the past 2.5 weeks. Definitely been careful. I'm trusting if you all go out, y'all being careful. I mean, take it seriously. I was one of the people who said when this first happened, like, until black people catch it, I'm not worried. And then that first NBA player caught, and I was like, oh, come on, bruh. Why? So
you really believe that? Never mind. I'll give it a break.
No, go ahead. Say what you was going to say.
You really believe that? Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
Do it. Come on, do it.
It's a lot of chaos going on, and I feel like a lot of people who are saying that they have it possibly don't have it, or they being told that they do have it even though they don't, and it's very scary to actually sit back and watch.
I mean, I've talked with some of my friends, and I've heard stories where, people, you come down with symptoms, you think you got it, you try to go get tested, you can't get tested. Once you finally do get tested, it's like, well, you had symptoms, but you don't really have full blown COVID-19, so you can go home.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing a lot of crazy stuff out here. I know for me personally, I'm just trying not to feel sick. As long as I can go each day and each passing week, not even feeling any kind of flu-like symptoms, I'm considering that a win, because, I mean, you're hearing stories about people not being able to get treatment, and then you hear, about, professional athletes, they can get treatment like that.
Mm-hmm.
They can get it quick, fast, in a hurry. I mean, our own vice president, Mike Pence, how many times has he been tested? It seemed like he get tested every week since this thing has been going on. So I mean, it's just a lot of crazy stories and a lot of crazy things out here. For me, I just try to stay consistent, as far as doing the stuff that we've been raised to do. Where you stay clean, making sure you take into if you do go out, shower in the morning, shower when as soon as you come back home, just simple stuff like that. But yeah, I'm trying not to fall into conspiracies, even though when you kind of look at it and think at it from a different angle, it's like, something might really be going on. So I'm trying not to think and go down that path. I'm trying to stay down the path of being positive. Hey, I mean, this is going on, but we're gonna beat this. God's got our back, and at the end of the day, we all gonna make it through. Are we gonna lose some people along the way? Absolutely. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think the majority of us are gonna be able to pull out of this okay.
I believe so too. I must say that I am an optimistic conspiracy theorist. I hold no power. I like it. I research it. I figure it out. I stand by my word. I believe what I believe. And but I'm optimistic about it. I always feel like there's a way out. Like this isn't the end. I always feel like there's a way out. Now, how to get out and how to get from under the quote unquote spell or out of this scenario is a whole nother story. Don't ask me, because I haven't gotten that far in my thought process, but I always feel like, there's a way out of this every time. But I must truly say that I'm definitely an optimistic conspiracy theorist. And I try to stick to it, try to find facts and words and, different things to keep up with it. Try to spread. Sometimes I don't like spreading the knowledge, though, because a lot of people aren't receptive to it. So I just I say what I say. And as soon as I get the feedback that I wasn't expecting, or not like or let me ask more questions, but a defensive kind of feedback, I just shut it down. It's like, nope, I'm not doing it. Because when you're passionate about learning things like that, it's is different. It hits you different when people be like, nah, bruh. It'd be like, no, what do you mean no? Like, but you can't express that to them. You can't talk down to them. Like, everyone has a way of thinking on their own. So you can't tell people to think a certain way or to do certain things because you believe. You can't project what you want onto other people, but you can believe what you want, if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
And that's what I think. That's probably why I've been taking my break from social media, because I have been on a break from social media, kind of a break. You know, people will still see me like reposting stuff, but I haven't really been on it. Like I repost a little bit and I get off because it's too overwhelming and too many people are condescending and disrespectful and don't know how to agree to disagree or to like, you know, be receptive and be like appreciative or like respectful. For real anymore. And it's getting out of hand. So, you know, you got to step into the background when you feel like your anxiety about to be doing stuff for no reason.
But I mean, that's a twofold process, because if that's the kind of reception you're getting in these given times, you know right off the bat who you need to block and who you need to kind of say, all right, I see how you operating when during tough times. I mean, I've always been a firm believer that tough times will let you know really quickly and really fast who's going to be standing on solid ground and who's going to be, hey, here you go. All right, we know what to do with you. So I mean, that's a double-edged sword, in my opinion.
Yeah, to me that's like a good trade of a bartender right there. To me, man, bartending showed me how to read people real quick, man. I can tell real quick if somebody ain't got their third eye open, you know, or you just about a regular, you know, you watch the news, you see what's on the news, and then, you know, that's what you're going to believe, you know. Read people out real quick that way.
This is true.
Yeah, when you behind that bar, running back and forth, making them drinks, once you see people get around that second, third, even fourth drink, you start to see what time it is with them. So yeah, I definitely feel that.
So speaking of drinks, and because both of you guys are bartenders, what is the lifestyle like? Like, explain it in your own words. You can put it in sentences, you can use adjectives, do what you do. But who would like to go first?
I'm not going first. I gotta think of a good adjective, so I'm not going.
Oh my God, you gotta think of a good adjective. You know how to explain your life. Not you went to Google.
I gotta look up. Let me find. Where's the thesaurus at? Let me look up some good words.
Thesaurus.
Man. It's a hell of a lifestyle, man. It's a hell of a lifestyle. Jeez. Oh man, I can tell you, man. It's like it's nothing nobody can say to like get you ready for this type of lifestyle. It's like you're going out to the club, but it's like you're going to work. You know, and you know, some bars I worked at, I would partake while I was working. Some I didn't. But at the same time, I tell you, it's the perfect lifestyle for somebody that wants to stay single. I say that. I will say that.
I agree with that.
So I take it that both of you guys are single.
Oh man, I'm chilling right
now. Close enough. We're going to skip over that question.
I'm single with the option to buy.
All right.
I got a lease out right now, but so far the payments have been on time, so I ain't complaining.
Yeah.
Payments have been on time. So, how many bars have you worked at, Mo, specifically?
Specifically 2.
2?
Just 2.
Okay. And you said it started as a side hustle, and then you started working at bars. Wait, hold on. How many have you worked at, Huey?
At least, I would say at least 12.
The OG.
Right. He been in the game for a while, though. Like 16 years.
Yeah, that's a minute.
Yeah. When did you start making drinks, Mo?
I started like 2015. It really first kicked off Morgan's homecoming. And this is before we started doing a real big tailgate. It was a tailgate with me and some of my closest friends. And I mean, everybody would bring food, put up money for food, bring a bottle. And then it just started getting bigger and bigger. And when we tell people, people want to come over and get a plate, yeah, just bring a bottle. So again, the next year gets bigger and bigger. So 2015, my homeboy, one of my longtime friends from college, who actually is a bartender, he was bartending back when we was in school. He was behind the grill. Normally he'd have been making drinks. And I was like, yo, you want me to jump on the grill? And he was like, because that's my thing. I like to grill. He was like, nah, go ahead. Just, if someone needs you to make a drink, make a drink. So I was like, shit, all right. I don't know what I'm doing, but all right. And I mean, it was simple. It ain't like people were asking for nothing crazy, like, oh, give me a Tom Collins or, give me a Bloody Mary. No, it just, y'all got Henny? Bam, y'all got Henny? Put me some Henny and some Coke. What vodka y'all got? Oh, y'all bet y'all got Ciroc. Give me Ciroc and cranberry. I mean, it was just simple stuff like that. And after about 15 minutes, it was like, yo, you need like a tip jar, tip cup. And so I just grabbed some bucket that we had sitting on the ground and wasn't nobody using it, threw that on the front bar and quickly wrote on a piece of paper tips. And that day, shit, it was just me. I know I made at least $350. And that wasn't, I mean, we're not even talking, we're talking about maybe 4 hours, maybe. But I mean, y'all been out there, y'all didn't see how crazy it gets.
Right, I was about to say, I've experienced Morgan's homecoming, and every time I go straight to Mo's table because I already know that's where I gotta start. I gotta start there and hopefully end there, but I don't ever make it back on the ending part. But I'll always start there. Like it's a must that I start there and then I go everywhere else.
That's where you gotta start at.
Right. Especially since y'all have the whole little setup in the corner, like y'all just took over that whole half. It's really nice. It's really fun.
I don't know
what bar you at, Mo?
I'm at Sangria Patio Bar in Baltimore City, right there on Charles Street. Yeah, but for homecoming, I don't know what we're gonna do because Morgan bought up that whole shopping center and they doing construction. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I mean,
now we gotta find somewhere else. What about the parking lot under by the bridge?
Somebody uses that parking lot.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you knew what I was talking about. I've never gone to Morgan as a student. Never gone to Morgan as a student. I just know Morgan.
You don't give off the Morgan vibe, so
You said I don't give off the Morgan vibe?
Nope.
That's fine. I don't have to. I went to school in the South. I'm cool with that.
What school you went to?
I went to Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Tuscaloosa got more.
I was down there with the Roll Tide.
Tuscaloosa got more than one college? I thought Alabama was the only school in Tuscaloosa.
No, there's a lot of schools. I believe there's 13 colleges in Alabama altogether, I believe.
Yeah, in Alabama. I'm talking about just Tuscaloosa by itself.
Oh, Tuscaloosa, it's 4 colleges? 3 colleges. No, it's 3.
Oh, I know that town is lit.
It's Shelton, Stillman, and UA.
Yeah, that's a college town for real. That town is lit.
It is. Oh my God, it used to be so much fun. Especially when LSU and Roll Tide would play. We would go get in the cars. First off, we would get really lit. Then we would get in the car and we would go down all of the streets of wherever there was people who live at UA, and we would yell LSU. All the way down the streets. It used to be so funny because we used to get some of the weirdest reactions. They would throw stuff at the cars, all of it. It was a lot of fun. I miss those days. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I do miss those days.
I think a lot of us miss our college days.
Oh,
yeah, we can go back.
Yeah, Alabama was all right, though. I used to come down there sometimes on the weekends. I was right down the street at Mississippi State.
Oh, really?
Okay,
What did you?
Bulldog.
Yes, right. I wasn't. Did you like? What school did you go to? Or what schools did you visit?
Oh man, I mean, when I was at State from like, was that 97, like 01? But it was when we used to come down. I mean, I got family in Tuscaloosa, so like my grandmother used to work for UAB her whole life, so we got tickets to go watch Alabama games if we want.
Right, all the time. I didn't mind. I went to a couple Alabama games. I didn't go often, but I went to always the ones in the springtime. I didn't go in the fall. In the fall, it was too many people. But in the springtime, I would go.
Yeah.
Yes. Huey, I asked you how long you've been in the game. I asked you how many bars that you worked at. Have you ever decided to pick it up as to do like different events on the side and everything at one point or a time?
I mean, I did that for a few years. It was just for like different, parties around the area, families and friends and stuff like that. I mean, my bar jobs kept me pretty busy. And at the time, I was also working with somebody on motorcycles at the time. So it was like between doing those two things, it was like just I ain't had no real extra free time. So,
do you actually have a memorable event that you went to when you were asked to be a bartender for it? That is.
Oh man, I mean the Jameson Ball is always a good thing to bartend at. All the bartenders get together, but outside of that, I think it was actually the last place I bartended at was down at the Wharf in DC. So the New Year's down there last year was pretty big, pretty cool to work at.
That's good.
Yeah.
I never actually gone to like any of like the New Year's parties where like there's a lot of people and all of those. I always do something with my friends. Like I've never been out. Nope. Take that back. I went to Bliss when I was like 25, 26. That was about it. But like any other time for like New Year's, I'm always with my friends and we're always somewhere and it's just us. Like, I don't know. It'd be different. I think it's because New Year's always costs a lot. I don't know what it is, but everybody be taxing.
You got a whole year to save your money. You got a whole year to get ready for New Year's.
A whole year to save your money. Where it's because right before New Year's is Christmas.
Again, you got 11 months.
And right before New Year's is Christmas, a week apart, literally.
If you go to a typical New Year's Eve party, if you go to one of them all-inclusive joints, let's say even if you do VIP, you're gonna spend like what, $120, $130. That includes all your food, all your drinks.
Yeah,
that's nothing.
At best.
Yeah, $150 at best. Okay, and then you got to find an outfit. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I have a question. I do have a question. Do you think the older you get, the less troublesome it comes to spending money to party for your comfort level?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I don't need to spend a whole lot of money to have fun, especially since I've been bartending. When I go out now, I'm just if and when I do get a chance to go out, I'm all about just spending some time out because I know more than likely, hey, next week you're gonna have to put in 4 or 5 days. So let's just get out, have some fun. I ain't trying to spend a whole lot of money. Now, if it's a special event like someone's birthday or just one of them annual events that you're looking forward to, okay, you might spring and be like, all right, bet I'm gonna get a table, or I'm gonna be at somebody's table. I'm gonna chip in. I'm gonna get 1 or 2 bottles, something like that. But other than that,
but the key word right there was table.
Yeah, what's wrong with tables?
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at. That's why I asked, do you think as you get older, the amount of money that you spend for your comfort of being entertained while you're out grows? Because like, not everyone's going to get a table, but as you get older, I find more and more people actually buying tables.
I mean, I'm personally not a table guy, but you know, I mean, I just go straight to the bar. And, so.
Yeah. And
I was never a table type dude until I met Mo.
Here we go. That's a lie.
Until you met Mo? Mo, do you get a VIP table every time you go out?
Until I met Mo.
We'll see. When Mark met me, I was doing promotions. So
okay.
Wherever I was promoting, more than likely the venue gave us a table.
Okay, so on an entrepreneurship level, what all have you done, Mo? Because you just keep telling us more and more.
Well, you know what I've done. You all didn't do that.
It's not for me. You on Be Exposed Radio. Where you at? Expose yourself.
Oh, so I got to expose myself on the radio. All right.
Yeah.
No. No, trust me. I'm keeping my clothes on. I ain't been quarantined for that long. But but nah. Before I started bartending, I was doing promotions. That's how I met Mark, doing promotions with D Chase. Still technically do it during homecoming, for Morgan's homecoming. Sometimes when I am available, I'll promote some events that he and Ezekwe with Events for Good People that they're doing. I'll more than likely be promoting, please Lord, if Corona will allow us to do it, Jazzy Summer Nights. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yes, sir. I can't wait for it.
I mean, I've had people ask me, how come you don't bartend down there? How come you don't work it? Cause that's the one time I want to go have fun, get drunk, smoke a cigar, smoke some hookah, and just have fun. I don't want to work Jazzy Summer Nights. Is it a lot? Could it potentially be a lot of money? Sure, but no, I want to go down there and have fun. That's probably one of the few events I want to actually go to and have fun. But no, I mean, I still do some promoting on the side. I mean, again, it just depends on what the event is and who it's for. But me, I think as a bartender, you're technically promoting yourself. So why am I not? If I'm working at Sangria on a specific night, why am I not going to promote that night? That's when I need people to come down and help put money in my pocket.
Yeah.
So I mean, as bartenders, when we working in lounges and clubs, I mean, technically we are promoters, or at least, if you want, your people to come and support you, because trust me, when your friends know you somewhere and you bartending, they will come out and they will take care of you.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, man. It's like when I do go out now, I'm mainly go to see my other bartender friends that work when I work. So it's like you talking about, what it costing to go out these days. I don't really pay for too much when I go out because I'm going to see my folks.
This is true. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up.
Yo, Huey, you gotta come up for Jazzy Summer Nights if they allow it.
Yeah, we might. That first one might not be until July, but hey, that's perfect because that's the same week as my birthday. So I'm not mad at it. I mean, yeah, I'm mad we missed the first one. The first one was supposed to be in June, but I mean, like I said, I don't know. Every day that passes, if things get better, they might lift some of these restrictions. But even if they do, like I told somebody the other day, I mean, yeah, you kind of expect, a rush to everybody want to get back out there and have fun, but you're gonna have a lot of people like, nah, that's all right. I'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Let me
Oh yeah.
Especially when you've been used to being in the house, like, nah, I'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Let me make sure none of y'all catch it before I decide to go get my hair done or get my hair cut and go out and buy a new outfit and come out. So, but we'll see.
So like I already planned like that first time they say that the whole everything is back to normal, or a little bit more normal, I might go. I don't think I'm going to go out right away. I think I'm going to wait a little bit, only because I live in DC and I go to Go-Go's and they get a little ratchet and it's going to be hot outside. You know, you got to know your environment. Like, I'll wait a little bit, give them about 2 weeks, and then I'll go. Like,
well, I already know in DC. I already know in DC, most people are going to be running out the house and going back out. Shoot, that you could just tell by the videos from the wharf the other day. Like, damn, y'all want seafood that bad, huh? They're standing on top of each other. All right.
Okay. Right.
I already told some partners, man, I got to come up. I already told them when they free everybody up, man, I got to come home for like about a week, if a few days, if not a week, just to catch up with some fam and friends and shit.
Right. You got to embrace it.
Yeah.
Because it's different, It's really different. And I know down there it's different because I know for a fact Atlanta was busy, busy, busy. So are the streets still like kind of filled with people, or like how is that? What's the feel?
I mean, downtown Atlanta is like kind of, it's kind of like the New Yorks and stuff like that, kind of like ghost town a little bit, because it's mainly hotels and businesses. And most of those businesses not really essential, but
yeah.
So it's like kind of really like a ghost town for real. The more you see, I see more people around Walmart than I do driving through the city.
Yeah, it's like everyone's using the grocery store to get out the house now, but they're not using it to not go purposely. But it's just like, okay, I don't have nothing to do, and we need milk, so I'm going to go get milk. Like
Walmart is the new club.
Yeah.
It's perfect. You got Club Walmart is perfect. You got Super Walmart. That's the super club because you can get a T-shirt, a brand new TV, and a pack of bacon, all in the same place. And you got the single moms. They, I'm saying, they left the kids at the crib. They just need just 10 minutes. They just need 10 minutes themselves. No, y'all stay at the crib. I'm going to Walmart. So you got the single moms. You know what I'm saying? They in there with their yoga pants on and tight fitted shirts, and it's like shit. Where am I at? It's like the club. No, it's Walmart. Club Walmart. You are in Club Walmart.
Real.
You probably got, employees in the back shooting dice. You know what I'm saying? You can probably go back there and be a part of the dice game if you want to. Bro, Walmart is the new club right now.
That's a great visual. I can't see anybody playing.
And Costco's is like what Dream used to be, because Costco's be packed.
Yeah.
Especially at Costco's. Because they got liquor in there, and I wouldn't be surprised if people were in there and just, all right, I know I'm gonna buy this bottle and just crack it and just start drinking from it and walk around and get the rest of that shit, and then go.
Right, then you gotta go to the electronics section and you gotta find one of the JBLs and you gotta turn on your favorite '90s song.
Or one of these DJs. Going live. Well, one of these DJs going live, like, man, I'm about to have a whole electronic section and Costco's jumping.
Right. Speaking of DJs going live, have y'all been in watching those? Like the DJs going live and like the artists going live, they're going hit for hit. Like, which ones have you all watched?
Last night I watched Quicksilver go up against DJ Self up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That was a real good one because they were playing club hits. They were going back to back club hits. DJ Tons, he did a live session. I still haven't caught a DJ Nights, but it's like he's doing it every other day now. So that's just a matter of catching his. Our DJ at Sangria on Saturday nights, DNA. Shout out to DNA. He still does. He does it every Saturday night, like we down Sangria working. And I usually grab me a bottle and sit there and just listen and just boom, I'm pouring shots for myself. Hey, can't sell them out to no one, so I'm taking them myself. But those are the DJs I know I've caught.
Hui, have you caught any artists or DJs down in the South doing a hit for hit battle on Instagram? Do you even have an Instagram?
I do, yeah. I do. Yeah. I got kids, so I'm
Oh, okay.
Going back and forth with the DJ stuff. I caught a little bit of the Erykah Badu show though. I did do that.
You called that one? How was it?
Oh man, it was good, man. It was real good. You know,
That's good.
Got to see a little insight to her life. You know, her house and all of that. So it's it was cool. Yeah.
That's cool. I watched it. No, I was supposed to watch the T-Pain and Lil Jon battle, but I fell asleep.
Cause I'm letting my phone charge a little bit.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Damn, I need a refill.
I wasn't expecting me to yawn like that, so back up off me, little shorty.
That's a mess. How old are you? Too young to be up here yawning at 8:50 at night.
It is only 8:50. I've had a long day. I did a lot of work. My day was productive. I'm allowed to be a little bit tired.
All right, we'll allow it. We'll allow it.
Well, since we're at the top of the hour, we usually ask if there's any events that you all are having. However, here we are in the middle of coronavirus. So
I'm having an event in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna go refill my cup with some Jameson in the kitchen.
Pour me a shot. That's my whiskey of choice right there, the Jamer.
Hey man, the liquor stores that right now got deals on the liters and the handle ones, man. I had to get on the deal.
How much?
They had the handle one for like $45.
Oh man, I'm about to take a trip. I'm about to take a road trip.
Well, is this Jameson you're talking about?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Jameson, so what is your favorite drink to mix with?
Mixed with, man. I mean, it all depends. I mean, the easiest to make up a drink it's easier to mix, something with vodka or rum. Those are, to me, are the easiest things to mix with if somebody want to mix drink. When you get into your whiskeys and all that type of stuff, I mean, you better off just getting that shit straight up on the rocks. Mixing whiskeys, other than like your old fashions or stuff like that. It's no real point in mixing that. We're gonna mix some Jameson with some Coke. Like, come on, man.
Right. Or I find a lot of people when they doing whiskey, they'll do it with ginger ale.
Yeah.
And I look at them some kind of way. I'm like, I drink my whiskey straight.
Yeah.
I might throw some ice in there if I know I'm gonna be drinking a lot of it, but no. Whiskey is supposed to be air. Air is your chaser. That's what you're supposed to chase whiskey with. But for me, Long Island's and margaritas.
I mean, I tell you what though, I do love, only because my drinker, like if I'm on vacation on the island, I love me a good mojito if you know how to make a mojito real good. But that's one of my main things I do like make if I got all the ingredients. If I ain't got all the ingredients, man, if I got some bull behind the bar, some little mojito mix and some other shit, I don't really like making it if it ain't gonna be authentic, man.
This is true. So, fun fact, I'm a whiskey drinker. Fun fact again, shots and me are not friends. So I usually, when you were talking about the Jameson mixing with Coke, I would never mix it with Coke because it just wouldn't taste right. I mix it with lemonade, lime, or pineapple. So you should add that to your list of drinks. I know it's sweet, but if you make it where there's more Jameson than it is juice, it is definitely bomb, especially the Jameson and lime shots. Those are definitely bomb, and Jameson and lime cups are definitely bomb because the lime kind of counter out the hit. So it balances. Yeah. I know you know what I'm talking about. So
there is only one proper chaser for Jameson.
What is that?
Ice cube. Say it with me. One ice cube.
Yeah.
One ice cube. That is the only and proper chaser for Jameson.
That's all you need. I mean,
okay.
I don't know when this whole pickleback thing got invented. I mean, it's all, people just couldn't take the bite of Jameson. I mean, I do like a pickle every now and then, but I want to my Jameson. I like the taste of it, so I'm cool. I don't need the pickle juice. Y'all want to do
I
that?
don't understand that pickle bite. I'm not doing that. I'm a real Jameson drinker. Like I drink
that shit is
a lot. So
that shit is nasty. I chase my Jameson with Heineken. There you go. You want to chase a Jameson with something? Chase it with a Heineken.
Yeah.
I don't like beer either.
When you need to stop drinking Jameson, drink Jack Daniels or something.
I drink all whiskey. I drink everything brown. I don't like any white. It brings out a crazy person. White does something.
Brings out the dark side.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now, this is a whole different conversation that needs to be had. What kind of crazy person?
She's angry and does stuff. And
okay, yeah, we got that. We got the angry part. What about the stuff? What kind of stuff does she do?
She tries to flip off of beds that she knows she's not supposed to be flipping off of. Like she's very adventurous. She does crazy, wild, let me see if I can do this because I'm drunk kind of thing. So, I don't touch white because I don't need to be living there. I can easily break an arm or something. And I never broke a bone in my life. So why get drunk and break a bone? That's not part of my lifestyle. That's not what I'm doing.
Now, see, I know some people, it's specific white. Is it all white or just? Because I could give you something with some tequila in it, and you'll keep the party going.
I don't tequila is what I try to stay away from the most, but I don't touch any Ciroc or vodka or Amsterdam or none of that other cheap shit. I mean, stuff. I don't. Nope. I do a Bacardi Gold or a Tequila Gold, but that's as close as you're getting. Other than that, I'm not touching white.
All right, I remember you said that. Next time I see you.
This is true. You gotta start. Do you all write down recipes of the drinks that you make, or put them to the side, or remember them?
Yup.
Yeah.
I got a nice file locked up in a secure file of recipes I've come up with.
Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta do that.
Copyright that.
This is exactly. Right. You can make a whole recipe book. Go get money.
and it's crazy because some of these liquor brands on Instagram, if you share your recipe with their liquor, they'll post it and they claim you'll get I seen two of them, one for Bullet Bourbon, another one for some vodka. You get $350, but I'm like, if for all that I could take that recipe, package it up, sell it at $7-8 a whop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And do that for a month and probably make twice that, if not more. No, I ain't doing that. Y'all not getting my recipe, and then I look up and it'll be Thanksgiving, and then one of my recipes for Bullet whiskey is the toast to the town, and all I got to show for is $350. Nah, bro, that's not gonna fly.
Yeah. I feel you. Has that ever happened to you before, Huey?
I mean, I got all the recipes. I got, I don't really, people ask about them and stuff like that, but I just use that to just keep them coming back to see me. Until I decide to one day eventually open up a spot or want to sell that to a company or something like that. All that stuff is staying locked up. So just keep people coming back to see you. That's all.
Yeah. And I've had people ask me, especially during Morgan's homecoming, oh damn, what's in this? Because I had signature drinks at the tailgate. I had 2 signature drinks, and I even had a poster sign of what the signature drink was. But I mean, once a person done had 2 or 3 of those, they ain't gonna remember if you told them.
Yeah, no.
Right.
They ain't gonna remember. Made it for them. That's all.
Right.
Morgan Bear, yo. That Morgan Bear.
Yeah, that Morgan Bear. That's the one I'm thinking about getting some juice pouches and that's another little hustle I saw someone do.
Yes, I was going to ask how creative. That was my next question. As soon as you got to the juice pouches, how creative have you all gotten, or what kind of things have you all seen with the alcoholic beverages and passing them out and selling them? What have you all seen? Where do you all where can you see yourself going with it? so to speak.
Well, I know I'm considering, because I got a mean sangria, red sangria recipe. I'm considering probably in the near future, just bottling it the same way. Ligonor wine, they have a sangria. They sell it in a bottle. A lot of these wine companies have different. Obviously, they have different wines, but some of them have sangria in a bottle. And if you know anything about sangria is wine and liquor combined.
Yeah.
I'm actually drinking some right now.
Is it red or
that ain't drink? I have to fix that.
Huh?
What'd you say, Mark? Mark, what'd you say?
Am I the only one on this show that ain't drinking some type of liquor? I'm gonna have to fix that.
Yeah,
it's too late now. We only got 30 minutes left. You know, we don't have no break. So
he was a sucker. See, if we was in the studio, I'd have brought the bar.
Right.
Right. Look,
but yeah.
All our guests that we've had on this type of format, we're gonna have to bring everyone back sometime throughout the rest of the year so we can actually interact.
We're gonna have like an off-brand, just open conversation. That seems possible.
Yeah, let's talk about your retarded president.
Yeah. That's not our president, and we're not going to talk about him. Can we not do that for the next 30 minutes, please? For 30 more minutes, we are not doing.
Not at all.
Hey, I'm gonna treat this conversation like I treat the bar. Like, hey, I stay away from political conversations. You know, and I stay away from religious conversations.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, especially at the bar.
Conversations at the bar, like what kind of crazy conversations have you all like encountered or heard? Like memorable? That's pleasant enough to be said.
I mean, is this a PG rated or is this what we rated the conversation rated?
Let's go with PG rated ish. Some. Let's go with clean. Okay. So if it's something dirty, make it clean.
PG-13, but clean.
Yeah.
PG-13, but clean.
That way you're in the middle of PG and R.
Oh man, see, it's all kinds of conversations that go down at the bar, man. I mean, I tell you, the last bar I was at in DC at the wharf, because it's right on the water. So we right there by the courthouse. So I had some ladies come, about 3 or 4 ladies, you know, business types or whatever. The conversation they was having was about the price that some of these girls are doing out here on the street. I mean, they was all lawyers. Come to find out, one was like the terrorism lawyer for the U.S. Another one was state's attorney. You know, random lawyers just came to the bar, and here they sitting talking about, you know, these girls that they had to try, and they was just in court just talking about like the price of this and the price of that, and they was like, you know, got into talking about what they would charge for something like that, and I'm like,
nice,
okay.
Right. Just because they legal, I mean, just because they battle the law don't mean, you know, they can't have a opinion about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, don't let them fool you. Some of these lawyers is off the chain.
Yeah, really are.
Mo, have you had any PG-13?
I have
rated 17. I mean, R-rated clean conversations.
I mean, R-rated, absolutely. PG-13-ish. I can't think of a specific example, but I mean, like I said, once most people get that third drink in them, a lot of incoherent babbling. I mean, just a lot of. I mean, you see it with some of these chicks, and I hate to say it, but some of your peers, they just can't hold their liquor. They just can't.
Ain't nothing like a drunk female. Ain't nothing worse than that.
Nothing worse.
Nothing worse than a drunk female.
Yeah, that's the absolute worst, because you got to cut her off, Now, as a guy behind the bar, she's flirting with you because she trying to get not only another drink, a free drink. And I'm like, sweetheart, I already didn't cut you off. I'm definitely not giving you a free drink.
How many drinks are you allowed to sell people?
It's at your discretion, really.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, because you got people out here who can handle 6, 7 drinks. You know, they might be tipsy, but it all depends on what you're drinking.
Yeah.
It really depends on what you're drinking. You got some people who can barely handle a wine cooler, and it's like, you know. I mean, that's why I try not to. I mean, I might have 1 or 2, you know, shots myself, and that's usually because someone's buying me, someone I'm pouring shots for. Man, pour you a shot too. You ain't saying nothing but a word, shorty. All right, you paying for it. I'm gonna go ahead and pour for myself. But that's why you just got to be on your P's and Q's and kind of look at what's going on. And I mean, if you're back there long enough, you can tell. Like you got a good vibe of, you know, who's holding it together and who's not. I mean, and I can tell the ones who aren't holding it together. I put a cup of ice water right in front of them. Drink that.
The whole time.
Drink that. Yeah. You're right, dog. Let me drink this real quick. So
that's good. The next question was going to ask if you all take any safety precautions towards your customers.
Safety precautions, like
just to make sure, not to make sure that they get home safe, but when you're like telling them no, they can't drink anymore, like on that case.
Well, I mean, when I cut my people off, I mean, I'm some of the bars I worked at, I had, you know, security and bouncers, stuff like that. But for the most part, when I cut you off, you know, I make it clear, especially if it's a dude, you know, I make it sure, like, look, ain't gonna be no arguing about it. You cut off and you know, you want to argue about it, it's gonna be a problem. You know, dude, when you come to a dude a certain way, you know, man to man, you know, they not 9 times out of 10, unless it's like a girl standing right next to him, you kind of hurting their pride or whatever like that. If you just come to them one-on-one, they ain't gonna argue with you.
No, he's right about that. They're definitely not gonna argue with you. And I mean, like I just said, you know, put a cup of ice water in front of them. Here, no, you drinking this, you done for the night. Matter of fact, I'm about to close out your tab. I mean, I know I had one example. Dude was straight slimed. I mean, slimed. And there was this one. He was next to this one chick standing at the bar, and she didn't buy not near 1 drink that night, but she had 4 drinks. Dudes kept buying her drinks, and he was like, and she was. I could tell she was. It looked like she was about to slide off with one of these dudes. I think she probably knew him, and he was like, well, if I can't get nothing, give shorty right here. Damn, she bad. Give shorty right here something. And I had to pull him in closer. Like, yo, I'm like, my man. I told him 5 dudes have already bought her drinks, and I think she about to slide off with somebody else. Don't waste your money on that. Mm-hmm. He's like, good looking. Cause I mean, cause you incoherent. You don't know what's going on. You're gonna wake up the next morning. You said you was gonna go out that night, spend $100. You woke up the next morning, you spent $250.
Yeah.
Right, and you confused, like, how did I even get here? What happened?
You pulling out, because I know I've done it. Waking up the next morning, pulling receipts out my jeans, like, what the hell? What? Yeah. ATM receipt $150 withdrawal. Credit card receipt $250.
I tell you a true story as a bartender, man. I literally hide money for myself sometimes. Like I literally taking tip money that I came home with one night. And I was like, let me just stash this right here real quick. And I had a couple drinks that night, so I was like, yeah, let me stash this money right here. So I wouldn't use it, you know. So I think it was about a month or 2 later, you know, I'm doing my little spring cleaning my bedroom. I lift up my mattress and shit, about $500 under my mattress. Like, cool.
That's one thing I can say. So I used to do delivery. I also was working so much that I had to wash my clothes at the laundromat at least once every 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And that was the best time of my life Because, like, do you know what it feels like to wash your clothes and pull out the dryer and you find like $80 to $100? Like, dog, I'm rich. I ain't rich for real, but but I promise you, I felt that way. And then every time I would like pull a jacket that I haven't worn out, like maybe I wore it like on my way to work and now I'm leaving work and I got to put it back on, and I dig in my pocket and it's just cash. It's like, this works. Like, that's one thing I can say I can truly, definitely enjoy and entertain.
Yeah, after a while, I said, nah, let me because I would find money in one pair of pants and then money in another pair of pants, and then, like you said, cleaning out the car and pull up the middle compartment. Like, damn, what? It's like $150 in here. Where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm.
But no, let me get a little strong box. So now I only keep a certain amount of money in the strong box. It's usually $100 or less, but like, especially after leaving Sangria, I typically try to I'll run straight to the ATM machine and I'll wait until I get as close as possible to my crib before making that deposit, or I'll just do it early in the morning, because sometimes you just want to get home, get in the shower, and and go to sleep. You don't feel like doing nothing else. But yeah, that's real. You try to, like you said, hiding money from yourself, and I'm gonna need that for a rainy day, so let me put that over here, and hey, sure enough, a rainy day comes, it's like, damn, I messed up my check at the regular job, and I need to go buy some groceries, and then you remember, oh shoot, I swear I did stash $100 in the Crown Royal bag underneath my boxes. So,
right. Now, how did it get there? I don't know, but here we are, and I got $100.
Yup, that's all that matters.
I think I just started a second stash place in my room, so I understand. I just picked up some things. It was like, here, I need to put this here, because I couldn't get to my regular stash at the moment. So you just start stashing money places. That's one thing I can say that's beneficial about being a bartender or delivery. Those tips are a must. Being able to come home. I don't know if you all were paid hourly and by tips, but be able to coming home knowing that you're coming home with money on the day that you worked, and then you coming like on the later that week knowing you're going to get a paycheck too. That, it was love. Okay, and I can go back whenever I want.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's why I know I'm going through it right now. I'm like, bruh, that extra $600 a week. I'm like, ugh.
But what have you all been doing during quarantine and chill to actually help make sure, like, as a bartender, you're still doing your jobs, or like, have you implemented any type of new event or something where people are like paying for stuff still or anything?
I mean, granted, all this time, like, I've kind of taught myself how to prepare for situations like this. Because I mean, back when, like, what was it? I was working at the National Harbor in Oxon Hill. We had, seasonal work would be over there. You're on the water. It's always seasonal. So, but I think they had a real bad snowstorm one year, and then it was really, really slow. And a lot of cats wasn't ready for it. So it's like, you got to have some security there, some sense of like, okay, look, let me take this $250 here, like half of what you may make one night, and just stash it. Because as bartenders, we ain't gonna really need all of that, because we all take care of each other. So it's like, yeah, just take half of what you make that night, stash that shit up, and the rest just use that.
Yeah. Have you all, because of how much money that you have accumulated, have you ended up finding a different way to actually save money? You don't have to go into like complete details, but I know that the fact that you're getting cash money on a recurring basis, like, have you actually worked on different ways to actually save your money so that it benefits your pockets?
Well, I know for me, especially when I started working at Sangria, I was actually, that money was going to be going towards moving. So with what's going on with COVID-19, that just threw moving plans completely out of whack. Now I still got the money saved, but it completely, as of right now, throwing my moving plans out of whack, obviously, because I had to get another full-time job, and technically that's not even really a full-time job. I had took a pay cut taking that job just, you know, saying so I'm saying, just so I could get back to work. But I know once we get back in the swing of things, I know I'm good because I do have that money saved up. Plus, I mean, with, like I said, with everything that's going on, I mean, people are eventually going to want to get back out there. I know like I said, I'm considering doing like the juice pouches, mixing up 1 or 2 recipes, may do a sangria in a juice pouch, may do a margarita in a juice pouch. I mean, juice pouches, you can get them at Amazon, something like 100 pouches for $20, and it includes a straw and everything. And just, you know, just put it out there. Just put it out there. Like, hey, it's weekend coming up. Anybody want sangria? Anybody want margarita?
Right.
And just do it like that. I know I got a homeboy who does promotions, but he also sells hookah. He's been doing hookah rentals. I mean, people are actually renting hookah, and I'm surprised they're doing that because I'm a hookah smoker myself. I'll be like, well, I would just go to the cigar shop and get my own damn hookah. But some people, I guess it's easier for them just to go ahead and rent it. So, hey, I'm definitely not knocking his hustle. I mean, he's out here just about every weekend running back and forth in the Baltimore area doing hookah rentals. And it's crazy because Just Hilarious, last weekend, I think she got one from him, and he had posted it on Instagram. So, I mean, that's kind of the things we all have to do. Just got to find, you know, what it is that you're good at, especially us as bartenders, because that's a need. People need and want to drink. So, so if we can, I mean, you know, find that way, you know, especially in these times, so, you know, hook somebody up, even if it's nothing more than, hey, I'll make you a picture of sangria. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, give me $70. It'll be a big picture. You and whoever you got at the crib, I'll drop it off. Boom.
Now, one thing I can say is that I don't understand how liquor stores are essential, but
they are. They are.
Liquor stores are definitely essential. When they finally decided they was going to shut us down, when they were going to shut down the world, excuse me, when they finally decided to shut down Maryland, the first place, one of the places that I definitely did go to was the liquor store.
Shocker.
And I did that because then I don't have to keep going on trips and trips. Like, I don't know how long we're going to be in this. I'm leaving the house on a limited basis. Like, this is just what it is. I'm trying.
I have a theory as far as why liquor stores are essential. And it's a little conspiracy theory, but it's a theory nonetheless. Again, the name of my side company, Prohibition Mobile. If you recall, Prohibition is the time period between 1919 and 1931. The U.S. said liquor is illegal. Okay, bet liquor's illegal. And what happened? You had all kinds of crime. You had all kind of different people benefiting from illegal alcohol sales. You had some cities and some states who just was turned a blind eye to it because it was only, I think back then, if you got caught with liquor, you get like a $100 citation or something stupid like that. Now, obviously, if you were bootlegging, you've seen the mobster movies. If you were bootlegging, obviously, you know, you're looking at time. But I think the government didn't want a situation where, okay, if we had already taken bars and restaurants away. We can't necessarily take that away. We don't want to take that away because we don't want what happened between 1919 and 1931 to take place again. We don't want people out here making their own liquor, selling their own liquor illegally, because people will do it. People, if people have the opportunity to do it, they'll do it. Oh yeah, moonshiners.
Okay.
That's how moonshiners definitely became a thing. So yeah, I think the government didn't want there to be a situation where, okay, now we've taken something that is legal, and turned it back into an illegal product. So I think that's why they made liquor stores essential. Plus, especially down south, you got a lot of grocery stores that sell beer and wine.
Yeah.
So what you gonna tell these stores? You got to pull all their beer and wine bottles off the shelf? Nobody's trying to do that.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, it'd have been a security issue too. I mean, if you shut down the liquor stores, then eventually you're gonna have people breaking in them and looting the liquor and all of that. So, and these liquor stores not equipped to handle that. So, you got too many liquor stores in some areas for the police to handle that.
Yeah, I mean, look at Baltimore City. There's almost damn near a liquor store in every other corner.
Mm-hmm.
Liquor store, church, liquor store, church, liquor store. I mean, can you imagine liquor stores in Baltimore City shutting down for a week, for 2 weeks?
Nope.
They down there, not knowing how to act now.
All right, guys, we're coming up on our last 10 minutes of the show. We've been having a good conversation. It's just been flowing.
Yeah.
No commercial. I like that.
Right, no commercials, because you got to have the ammo. You got to know what you're going to talk about the whole time.
I mean, liquor, that's easy. We can talk about liquor all day.
Real easy, baby. Real easy.
I know, right? So also with liquor stores being open, that means that you all can go out here and make some money, because it's entrepreneur time. You better get creative.
Well, see, the problem with that is, I'm what they call an alcoholic.
Understood.
So as I'm making these cocktails, I'm gonna be trying these cocktails. So
Yeah. So one time for my birthday last year, we decided to go without any bartenders, but we decided to make our own drink, which is actually funny because we was talking about Jameson earlier. Jameson is my favorite liquor, my favorite brown. I made an Irish mimosa, and I put a little twist in it. It was Irish mimosa. It was champagne, Jameson, and juice, but it was like orange juice and a splash of grapefruit, but the grapefruit was way too strong, so I had to go buy some passion fruit to cut the grapefruit taste, and then I put it all together, and voila, it was the best thing that I ever made. Shouts out to you guys though, because you guys can do that on a whim. I can't. I had to go look for recipes and figure out how to fix it when I messed it up. Like, but I must say, it was the best, sneakiest drink that I've ever had. And everyone else appreciated it too. They just kept coming back till I ran out. So one day I'm gonna be like you, Mo. I'm gonna be out there at Morgan's homecoming serving.
No, you're not. You ain't gonna be cutting into my profits, especially not this year. Shorty. I'm working 2 bars this year.
How you gonna work 2 bars?
You let me worry about that. It's gonna happen.
Oh, excuse me. Let me back up.
I got bartenders. They can work 1 bar. I can work the other.
There you go. Make it work, baby. Make it work.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shit, I remember back when Mark remember I was working at Dave Buster's when it was Jillian's, back when they had the club in the back.
Oh yeah.
Man, I used to work that. I used to work that back bar, the club bar, and one of the other bars. I just be running my ass off all night. Damn it, it was a good night.
From one side to the other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those of guys who are tuning in, would you guys like to drop your social media for them so that you can pick up followers? You can drop your business page and your regular page as well: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. I don't know if you all have a Snapchat, but you know how that goes.
Nah, no Snapchat, no TikTok. Keep it real simple. Keep it real over. Since I'm over 40, keep it real plain and real neat. Facebook, I got a Facebook page. Mo Dirt is a mixologist. Instagram, same thing, Mo Dirty the Mixologist. I got 2 Instagram pages. My business page is Prohibition Mobile. And then all my contact information is on there. So if you go to either one of those Instagram pages or the Facebook page, it's got number, email. I do private events. Hopefully get back to the swing of things once they take us off of timeout and punishment. Because I know I was working on at least 3 private events and they had to push back and postpone. So hoping this little quarantine ends soon, and hoping this coronavirus thing kind of levels off so people feel safe coming out. I'm not in the business of rushing back and coming out at the end of April just because somebody somewhere said, "Oh, that's what we're gonna do." Nah, bro. Let's can we check with the medical professionals, make sure it's safe to, be around groups of more than 10 people first. So, let's like I said, keep pushing to be safe, and hopefully this thing will level off.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully, real soon, because cats is out here hurting, man. Most of the people that's really, really, really hurting right now.
Right, it's really bothering.
Yeah.
Definitely. I really hope that you guys continue on your journeys with bartending, making money and doing what you can to make it through quarantine. I know that it was a side hustle, but, at the same time, it could be a full-time hustle too. So I pray that there's ways that you find ways to continue to make sure that money keeps flowing, because that's what you need to do at this moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We got 5 minutes left, guys. We made it. A whole hour and a half.
Tell some jokes. Freestyle or something.
Huh?
Somebody freestyle. Tell some jokes or something. Mark, tell some jokes.
I don't know if it's a joke or not, but I mean, with everything going on, I feel like I'm in high school. Gas is cheap and I'm on punishment.
No bullshit.
This is worse. This is worse than high school, because at least you can sneak out the house and go meet up with some friends somewhere. You can't do that.
Look, I remember I was on punishment from 10th grade to 12th grade. So don't ask no questions. Just understand that I was on punishment for 2 years straight. So sneaking out the house and none of that, like me, that's why I can't stay inside, because I was on punishment for too long. Like, yeah, I went to school, but it was inside.
What did you do? It required 2 years punishment.
All over again.
Scratching my head like, what did you do?
Right.
My mom was strict. That's enough. Very strict. A very strict mom.
You shouldn't let that little boy put his hands on you. Ew, gross. Ew. That's what a 2 year punishment will get you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I don't like that little boy. He touched you. Ew.
Look, well, that 2 year punishment led me to going to school in Stillman College in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Yeah, probably down there wilding out every day.
And then it led me to come home back to Maryland and move in with my dad. So, I had to compromise. You got to go extreme, then you got to come back. You got to find a medium, that happy medium. Got to find that happy medium. I enjoyed this conversation with you guys. I definitely did.
Likewise.
Yes. Definitely on a different level, especially when, especially on Zoom, and especially just talking about those who were affected by coronavirus and the time that you have, and like the importance behind being a bartender and the things that you can do and the fun behind it, like all of it together. It really works out. Like, it really works out. I definitely appreciate you guys. Mo, you're one of my favorites, of course.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers to that. I only got a little bit left. I've been trying to savor this a little bit.
I've been drank all mine up. So I'm about to run downstairs and get a refill.
Right.
Hey, don't forget.
I know this had to be, huh?
Don't forget, alcohol kills germs. So, drink something every day.
Yo,
this
I
is true.
told someone the other day, what if we found out that the cure to the COVID-19 is whiskey. This whole time we've been stressing, and we got the cure in every single liquor store.
Yeah.
I would like the cure to COVID-19 to be like flu medicine and upper respiratory medicine before it's alcohol. I mean, come on now.
Trick you with that. That shit just put you to sleep. That's all they do.
Old granddad, drink you a hot toddy.
Yes. Hottie toddies are the best. I drink hottie toddies faithfully.
I make one of the best hot toddies. That recipe, I'm definitely not sharing. There's only one other person who knows that, and that's my mother.
This is true.
And even she has to ask because she'll forget.
Can I ask what fruit you use? If you use fruit
in a hot toddy? No.
Why don't you use fruit?
Where we at in the Bahamas? We trying to get well.
No, it's not. But guys,
you know what? How much time we got left? 30 seconds? Yeah, come on.
Hurry, we got 30 seconds.
Hurry this up. It's time to go.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Got to practice the social distancing thing.
Yes, thank you. Yes, we're practicing social distancing. As you see, we are all inside of our own houses. If there's anyone who is here and would like to be on our show that is in another country, in another state, let us know. Make sure you follow us at Skylyne_Foundation_2016, at Skylyne_Radio, at T_the Busy Bee, at Skylyne Mark, SKYLYNE. With Skylyne everything out here. We appreciate your time. Thank you, Mo and Huey, for coming on the show today. And we are out.
Mo, I appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
I'll see you soon.
Be safe out here, folks.
Love you both. I love you more. I'll holler at you.
All right, have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Peace.